Ladies and gentlemen, our third fight of the evening is being brought to us by Zero Fight Gear and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the 125-pound division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 124 3/4 pounds. His record stands no wins against 2 losses. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Vernon, the Honey Badger Cruz. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 122 pounds. He's making his debut this evening, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Luis Angel. Referee in charge of the action, Joe Solis.
Vernon Cruz, Luis Angel. And this kickboxing fight is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. As we see Luis standing in the southpaw stance, Cruz in the conventional. He actually switches up to southpaw stance himself. We see some moves already from Angel there. Cruz decides to go back to conventional stance. And Luis Angel, his teammate, winning earlier here tonight, trying to take that momentum in to make it 2 for 2 here for Millennium Martial Arts. Oh, wow. Walked right into that hook from Cruz, but shakes it right off and keeps moving forward. And Todd Moore calling the action here tonight. I'm joined right now with Gardy Garcia, pulling double duty here.
It's been an exciting event so far.
Low kick. I like how Luis Angel looking for that spinning counter strikes. Oh my goodness, side kick there from Cruz. That got the attention of Luis Angel. Not much damage, but definitely was scored and could put an impression on the judges. Both fighters looking for their first victory here tonight. Good head movement there from Angel. Well, right now, not quite. You see a knockdown as referee Joe Solis giving Luis Angel standing 8 count. I think that was a knee to the body that did it. See if that was enough time for Luis Angel to recover. As the Honey Badger going on the hunt. Can he make the finish here? Oh, another knee to the body by Vernon Cruz. Wow, those are brutal, Gardy. Standing 8 count, he's taking that full count.
I think that's pretty smart. I know I would do the same. Take all the time that they give you.
2 knockdowns now, and now we see a sense of urgency from Luis Angel. Big 1-2 there from Luis Angel. Down 2 knockdowns. He is way down on points in this round. Cruz moving forward. See if he can once again land that body. That body is softened up.
Professor Joe Solis looking like he wants to step in.
3 straight knockdowns calls for the TKO victory for the Honey Badger, Vernon Cruz. Spectacular victory for him as he earns his first victory here tonight. Nothing but the best for Elevate Fighting Championship 4. Incredible, dominant performance from Vernon Cruz. 3 straight body shot knockdowns from the knee. He came in as the veteran, 9 years of experience, and 7 years senior to the young Luis Angel. As we see our second straight knockout victory and knockout stoppage here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship 4. He He is fired up on that victory here tonight. Let's make it official as we hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, 43 seconds in round number 1. Your referee, Joe Solis, steps in to stop the fight. Your winner by TKO, Vernon Honey Badger Cruz.
That brings us to our next fight of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, as we have our mixed martial arts specialists going at it in a 135-pound matchup, as we have London Dubrell taking on Caden Björk. Spread the word, clearlifemedia.com, Elevate Fighting Championship 4. We still got 11 matches to go, including our main events, as we got Durkheising taking on Rodriguez.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to our next fight. Please help me welcome to the cage, representing And now, ladies and gentlemen, her opponent makes her way to the cage, representing the Texas Striking Academy and War Mixed Martial Arts. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Berkey.
And here we have Caden Slim Berkey. 5'5", 22 years of age. Official weight 135 pounds, representing Texas Striking Academy and War Training Center. 12-year veteran of the sport. Interesting fact, has played soccer for 14 years, so a multi-sport athlete in Caden Björky. Here we see the final touches as she prepares for battle. Caden Björky, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth fight of the evening is being brought to us by Ashley King Properties and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC Bantamweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighed in at 135 pounds. Her record stands no win against a single defeat. Fighting out of Texas City, Texas, Caden Slim Berkey. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighed in at 139 pounds. Her record stands 1 win, 2 defeats, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Austin, Texas, London DeBrell. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patlin.
Caden Bjerke, London DeBrell, and this match is officially underway. Starting off with a clinch. Already you can see the height advantage for DeBrell. 3-inch height advantage for the 20-year-old out of Henzo Gracie, Austin. Feels confident both on the feet or on the ground. 4 fights to her credit. Mix it up with the feet and the hands. Good combo there from DeBrell as Caden now tries to close the gap for a clinch, but good whizzer defense there from DeBrell. It almost looked like she was going for an arm-in guillotine. Caden now on her back as DeBrell enjoys top position, and she is just throwing some heavy leather, and referee Patrick Patlin stops the fight. London DeBrell with the ground and pound victory here tonight. Wow, she was all business here at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. Earning her second victory here tonight as she is fired up after that win. Celebrating over there in her corner. Couldn't hide the excitement after that victory. Who can blame her? These fighters put a lot to make it to the cage, sacrificing so much. And on fight night, there's just so much relief post-fight. Win, lose, or draw, but especially win. You are just elated just to have it behind you. Young 20-year-old London DeBrell. Dominant performance here tonight, making short work of Caden Bjerke. Doctors checking in on Caden, looking like everything is okay as we await the official decision. Man, London Bjerke went out there like a firestorm, throwing hands and feet. Failed takedown attempt from Caden. Put her in a great position to pound with some ground and pound. I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more of that young lady in future Elevate Fighting Championships. Let's make it official. We hand it over to our ring announcer, Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our ladies tonight. The most violent fight of the night so far. At 1 minute in round number 1, the referee jumps in to stop the action. Your winner by TKO, London DeBrell.
Congratulations once again to London DeBrell, as that brings us along to our 6th fight of the evening already, ladies and gentlemen, as we have Jackson Markey taking on Brian Gregorio in another bantamweight matchup here tonight. If you haven't let your friends know, what are you waiting for? Tell them to get on clearlifevita.com and check out the action here live from Texas City, as I am Todd Moore calling the action here for Chris Lopez at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. Nothing less but the best from Elevate Fighting Championship, as we are bringing some of the best young mixed martial arts talents in the nation here to showcase their skills and show you what they're made of. And thus far, we've had 5 fights, 4 knockout victories here. We're bringing the heat here at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. I've been flying solo, some of the time being joined by Clear Life Media's own Gardy Garcia. And we are about to call our next match of the evening as they're doing a couple of ring cleanup right now. A couple of ring maintenance, a little bit of ring maintenance as we clean up some of the blood. All the fights will be on demand tomorrow, so if you order the pay-per-view, you'll be able to catch the fights once again only on clearlifemedia.com.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. We're in Texas. That's how we spend our Saturday nights.
Listen to our ring announcer, Colin Cantrell. He's been part of the sport for well over 20 years. Longtime veteran ring announcer as well. Has been part of the Houston, Texas MMA scene for decades now. That's why promoter Chris Lopez recruited his services.
Send some jams our way, brother. We're just gonna be a minute.
Stay with us, ladies and gentlemen, as we have bantamweight match number 6 coming up.
All right, folks, we're ready to keep going. Please help me welcome to the cage, representing the Windy Fight Factory and Primitive Muay Thai, Jackson Marquis.
They call him El Vaquero, Jackson Marquis, making his way to the cage. 6'1", 135 pounds, representing Windy Sport and Fitness. Has been training for the last 16 years. Originally started with Taekwondo. Plans to use his height and reach advantage in this fight, as the 6'1" Jackson Marquis is going to be taking on the 5'6" Brian Gregorio. 7-inch height advantage for Jackson Marquis into this fight. This should be interesting. But anything can happen in mixed martial arts. Anything can happen here at Elevate Fighting Championship. And you're in for a real treat as these two bantamweights are ready for war. Here we see the final preparations for Jackson Marquis as he prepares for battle. And these lighter weights, ladies and gentlemen, they bring the heat. Do not blink. Jackson Marquis, ready for action. El Vaquero.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage, representing Texas Third Coast, Brian Gregorio.
And here we have the Honey Badger, Brian Gregorio. 5'6", 25 years of age, 135 pounds. Has been training for the last 7 years, representing Texas Third Coast MMA. Feels confident both on his feet or on the ground to score either the knockout or the submission. There you see longtime Houston veteran of the sport, Jason Solis, working the corner, and one of the head coaches from Texas Third Coast. Should be an interesting matchup as we got the 5'6" Brian Gregorio taking on the 6'1" Jason Marquis. Jason Marquis, a freakishly tall bantamweight. You don't see too many of them that are walking around at 6'1". Here we have Brian Gregorio, and he is ready for action.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our fifth fight of the evening is being brought to us by Mitchell Roofing and Exteriors and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, official weight 137 pounds. Making his debut this evening, fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of College Station, Texas, Jackson Marquis. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighed in at 134 pounds. He's making his debut this evening and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Brian, the Honey Badger Gregorio. Referee in charge of the action, Joe Solis.
Brian Gregorio, Jackson Marquis, and this fight is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. Marquis standing in the southpaw stance and with a 7-inch height advantage already. Oh my goodness! Straight cross from Marquis as he transitions into a rear naked choke, but the scramble has kept Gregorio alive as he transitions into a double leg. Oh, it looked like a guillotine already. It looked like Gregorio had tapped the thigh, but I guess that was just a transition into the scramble. But Gregorio now enjoying top position as he takes the back of Marquis. What a turn of events. Man, these two are working at a lightning pace here at the 135-pound division. As advertised, the bantamweights do not blink.
6'1", 135 pounds. We were at the weigh-ins yesterday, and I mean, he's a very large person.
Yeah, you don't see too many 6'1", 135-pound fighters out there. Freakishly tall for this weight class. Because right now, both fighters jockeying for position inside this clinch. This is only a 3-minute round, ladies and gentlemen, so it's gonna move quick. As now, they break into the outside as they separate. This on paper is the advantage for the 6'1" Marquis.
I think the Honey Badger is going to want to close the distance again.
Let's see what he can do. Oh my goodness, once again a straight cross there from Marquis. Man, Gregorio's got an iron chin to be able to withstand 2 of those just murdering crosses from Marquis. Once again inside the clinch. This is Gregorio's chance. As the shorter fighter, he needs to take advantage of whenever they get onto the inside. But a failed throw there put him in a really bad spot. That's the danger and the risk of taking a throw. And Marquis landed some solid ground and pound in the meantime.
He's cranking on his chin.
Does he have enough time left to work? We shall see. But Gregorio survives, scrambles, and now he is on top.
He's relentless getting up from those takedowns. Going for a sweep.
Oh, looking like an ankle lock, straight ankle lock there from Gregorio. Texas Third Coast known for their submissions. Head coach Jason Solis, longtime black belt in the Houston area. Can Gregorio score this? He's a little high on that ankle lock, more on the calf than he is the Achilles and the heel.
He's raining down some hammer fists on his face right there.
Just under 10 seconds left as we hear the 10-second clap. Marquis doing a good job in surviving this. And Jackson Marquis and Brian Gregorio finished the first round. Wow, that was an explosive first round, Guardy.
Yes. I like those leg lock attempts there at the end of the first.
Was that enough to score the round for Gregorio? I don't know, because Marquis scored huge early on the opening stanza of the fight. Almost scored a stoppage there with a big straight cross that put Gregorio on the floor.
Yeah, there was at least two situations where it looked like the fight could have been stopped, but Professor Solis was right there on top of the action.
Yeah, and they don't give the amateur fighters much leeway when it comes to amount of damage taken. So, I mean, Gregorio was within a hair of the fight being stopped, and credit to him to surviving and earning a second round here.
Yeah, every time he was taken down or looked like he was in a bad position, he just fought right back up to his feet, which is very impressive.
Fast first round in this bantamweight matchup. Let's see if they can keep up the pace in round number 2.
Both guys look like they have a lot of energy still.
Once again, you see Marquis in the southpaw stance. He's the one with the blue gloves. Gregorio doing a good job with the takedown. He's been able to settle into his pace and impose his strengths into this fight. As the shorter fighter, this is what he needs to do as he's enjoying top mount position now.
Head and arm choke maybe, moving in on top.
From this angle, you can see that he's got his head stuck to where he's not able to get that head and arm, but he also needs to get that space to land some effective ground and pound. Not a great spot for Marquis, but he's doing what he can to nullify any effective shots from Gregorio.
It's pretty good mount control here.
Good job from Brian as he transitioned. He floats with Marquis
Flatten
and
him
takes
out.
the back.
It's a bad position. Raining down.
Is the end near for Jackson Marquis? Near fight finish to open up the fight, but now as the roles reverse, we see Brian Gregorio now in some near fight stop positions. This is close, ladies and gentlemen. Referee Joe Solis keeping a close eye in on this action.
Oh.
Wow. Marquis survives.
He just slipped out the back there.
Came out the back door. But Gregorio doing an excellent job in controlling the positions.
Back up to their feet, immediately back on the cage.
Can Gregorio score another takedown? Let's see if he's going to look for that. And right there, you can see a clear difference in their height. It's almost in some positions, looks like Marquis' hips are up to Gregorio's chest whenever they're standing.
Beautiful takedowns.
Gregorio scoring big, transitioning to a double leg takedown, right into side control. That's where you want to be.
Try to transition into mount.
Nice scramble there from Marquis. Gets slippery out there, ladies and gentlemen. Not as easy as it looks. Because I know someone's at home watching asking, why didn't he just stay on top? Well, you got a guy, high-level athlete resisting, and Marquis now putting that pressure. Man.
Yeah, they got the sweat and the blood flowing now.
Man, this is crazy. Marquis, the taller fighter, he's bending forward with those shots. It's like he's trying to inch every possible inch he can forward to land those shots. Would not recommend that, but makes for some high drama. 10-second clap. Short time left in this round. Who will finish stronger? Leave a lasting impression. Round 2 in the books. So if you were to score round 1 for Jackson Marquis, I think round 2 is a definite Brian Gregorio round. We're heading into this 1-1 in the third and final round, Gardy.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on that. Round 2 was controlled by Gregorio on the ground, a lot of ground and pound, and Marquis was transitioning from, from mount to letting his back be taken, but strikes were being landed the entire time.
High drama here tonight at MMA Fighting Championship number 4. Nothing less but the best from Chris Lopez and Elevate FC as we got these two bantamweights thrown down here on a hot Texas night here in Texas City. It's going to be interesting to see how both fighters respond to their corners and come out in the third and final round.
Both guys are breathing a little bit heavier now, even than the second round.
You have to assume both fighters' corners told them you need this round to secure the victory. Do not assume it's 1-1. Fight like there's no tomorrow and don't leave it in the hands of the judges. Let's see who comes out with more urgency. Oh,
Gregorio.
Nice combo into the takedown by Gregorio. Oh, needs to be careful because he's caught right into a guillotine choke from Marquis. But the well-schooled grappler from Texas Third Coast in Gregorio slips out. Currently enjoying top position now.
He's right there at his corner with Jason Solis giving him instructions right in his ear.
The most ideal place for you to be is right there on top of your opponent in your corner with your coaches telling you easy access to get instructions. And we see Gregorio raining down punches, now looking for a pass. Beautiful. Kind of a modified north-south position there, Gardy.
Again, he's still landing strikes the entire time.
These amateurs are not allowed to elbow or knee to the face. But right now, he could be swinging away some knees to the body if he wanted to. But Gregorio grinding away, looking for his openings. Knee slide across the body to the mount. Beautiful pass there from Gregorio. Wow, you can tell they got great technique over there at Texas Third Coast. Kind of riding high a little bit now on Marquis.
Looking to flatten him out.
And as he does, Marquis has no choice but to try to disrupt the flow and fall to his back. But once again,
it's just rolling.
Back and forth. He has no choice but to do that, Gardy. If he stops one way, he's going to be answered with a bunch of punches to the face. If he goes another way, he's answered with a rear naked choke. So it's just pick your poison. With 1 minute left to go, Brian Gregorio now with the back mount.
This may be it.
Raining punches. Referee Joe Solis looking close on the action. Will we see a stoppage? Will we see our 5th stoppage in a row here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship? The end could be near for Jackson Marquis. Warning from Joe Solis.
That's it.
And Brian Gregorio with the TKO victory here tonight. Wow. What a comeback. Nearly finished in the first round to come back with the ground and pound TKO in the first. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. A great display from Brian Gregorio as one talented individual that you're going to be seeing only here at Elevate Fighting Championship. This is where the best come to show what they got. Elevate Fighting Championship. Brian Gregorio there with a dramatic comeback victory here. If you think you have what it takes, contact promoter Chris Lopez. Make it happen, Chris. And let's see if you have what it takes to compete here at Elevate Fighting Championship. Let's make this one official as we hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, 28 seconds into round number 3. Your winner by TKO, Brian the Honey Badger Gregorio.
And to the victor goes the spoils. As Brian Gregorio celebrating with his team. There you see young Jason Solis.
All right, folks, don't forget that tonight's fights are being broadcast live via the internet on pay-per-view, clearlifemedia.com. They'll be available, uploaded for you to purchase tomorrow on their website, clearlifemedia.com. We're going to take an intermission here, probably about 15 minutes. Get yourself some cold beer or something to eat, and we'll be seeing you in just a few.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a quick 15-minute intermission. Don't go anywhere as we have Tanner De Leon taking on Thomas Laredo in a 150-pound catch weight whenever we come back.
go. Mic check 1, 2. Thank y'all for coming out. You know what it is. Elevating Championship party going on in full effect right now. Take this time and use it wisely. Go to the restroom. Get you something to drink. Get you something to eat. We getting ready for 10 more fantastic fights. For the state of Texas, right? Elevating Fighting Championships. Chris Lopez, how you feeling? Lopez, how you feeling? Let's go. Oh, here we go. Want to give a shout out to D. Noonan Law Firm in the building. D. Noonan Law Firm in the building. Yeah, let's go. Keep them shout outs coming, come on. Elevating Fighting Championship Series Part 4. Pay attention. Let's go. Hey, Lopez, who else doing it like this in Houston, Texas? Who else doing it like this? The big way, the big way. One more time to Danuna Law Firm in the building. Can't forget about Punch Gunk in the building. Lopez Promotions in the building. Yeah, Zero Fight Gear. Make sure you get your gear, fighters. Get your gear. Don't forget about one of our real sponsors, Dos Equis in the building. Get to the bar right now. Get you some Dos Equis. Official sponsor of Elevate Fighting Championship Series, Dos Equis. Get to the bar. Hey, let go. Let me check in with some bosses real quick. Come on. Yeah, you see how we partying on a Saturday night, Elevating Fighting Championship. Boss. Yeah, boss that you've seen thus far. Ooh, come on. Get to the bar right now. We getting right back to it in another 5 minutes. Get to the bar right now. Let's go. Whoa. Come on. Ada gotta say. Yeah, let's go. Whoa, hold up. Yeah, let's go. It's only the first intermission. Yeah, get comfortable, get where you need to be. Come on. Oh. This your first time out. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. You know how it go. Come on. Come on. That's right. Come on. Get to the bar, get the drink mix right now. Make sure you take care of my bartenders. Take care of my bartenders. Let's go. Hold up. Come on. Elevate Fight Championship Part 4. Pay attention. Let's go. Few more minutes and we right back at it. Few more minutes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Elevate Fight Championship Series 4.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas.
One time for all my party people. There you go. One time for all my party people in the building. We almost right to it. We almost getting back to it. Let's go. A few more minutes. Elevate Championship Series Part 4. There you go. Mic check, 1, 2, check. Lopez Promotions in full effect. Yes, sir. Saturday Night Vibes right here. Booker T Arena, come on. Come on. Let's go, keeping them international vibes going all night. Come on.
All officials, please report cage side. All officials, please report cage side.
good time out there tonight. Still got 10 more fights to go. That was just our first intermission. Let's go. What we say? Cumbia. Here we go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, moving right along. Let's bring on our next fighter representing Paradigm MMA, Mike Wynn.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Back from our intermission. We want to thank everyone that has stuck around. And if you are just joining us, you have missed an action-packed night of fights, as we've had 5 fights, 4 stoppages thus far. And we are kicking things back off. And another bantamweight barn burner, as we have Mike Wynn from Paradigm taking on 4-ounce Fight Club's own Romel Castellanos. And right now we are anxiously awaiting the arrival of Michael Wynn. Probably caught him off guard from that long intermission.
Mike Wynn normally comes out to his custom Vietnamese song. I guess tonight we're going to switch it up a little bit. All right. This is the 6th fight coming up. We've got Mike Wynn about to make his way to the cage. As soon as these guys get to figure out what they got going.
So ring announcer Colin Cantrell is explaining the discrepancy. Probably wrong walkout music from Michael Wynn. Probably has a sponsor that custom made his entrance song. As we now have our ring card girls entertaining the crowd as they throw out some free Elevate Fighting Championship shirts. If you're a fighter and you think you have what it takes, reach out to promoter Chris Lopez at his Instagram. Make it happen, Chris. Send him your resume, send him some fight highlights. Let him know that you're one of the best young up-and-coming mixed martial arts talents in the nation, because we only accept nothing but the best here at Elevate Fighting Championship. And there we have him, Michael Wynn, 5'8", 30 years of age, training out of Paradigm Training Center. At 30 years of age, he has been training mixed martial arts for the last 7 years. Has a twin brother. Curious if he trains in MMA as well. There we see the final touches of preparation for Michael Wynn as he prepares for battle. And he has a tough fight on his hands here tonight. Mike Wynn, ready for action.
Cage, and now his opponent makes his way in, representing the 4-ounce Fight Club, Romel Castellanos.
Funny how things change. We were long awaiting the arrival of Michael Wynn, but there was a discrepancy. They weren't playing the ring music that he preferred. I recall back in 05 in one of my amateur fights, they were playing the wrong ring music. The promoter comes out, he's like, "Where are you at?" And I said, "Wrong ring music." He says, "Too bad, get out there. This ain't a dance contest, this is a fight. Get your ass out there." And here we have Romel Castellanos. 5'10", 22 years of age. 135 pounds, representing 4 Ounce Fight Club. In his spare time, likes to play soccer and listen to music. Has been training for the last 4 years. 4 Ounce Fight Club versus Paradigm Training Center, 2 of Houston's long-time running mixed martial arts gyms. A lot of history, a lot of battles between these two gyms. Another chapter in the story of the rivalry of these two Houston gyms, as we see Romel with the final preparations for his battle here tonight. This will be at a 150-pound, this will be at a 135-pound bantamweight matchup. There we have him, Romel Castellanos, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth fight of the night is being brought to us by the Nuno Law Firm and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC Bantamweight division. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 3 inches tall, his official weight 135 3/4 pounds. His record stands perfect so far, 2 wins, no losses. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Irish. Mike Wynn. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner, he stands 5 feet 10 inches tall. His official weight 134 3/4 pounds. His record near perfect, 2 wins, a lone defeat. Fighting out of Santa Barbara, Honduras, Romel Castellanos. Referee in charge of the action, Joe Solis.
Iron Mike Wynn. Romel Castellanos. And this fight is officially underway. These two hustle to the center as Mike Wynn presses Castellanos against the cage. Reversal there from Romel. Both of these are 2 very experienced amateurs as they lock up here tonight, ready to get it on. 3-minute matchup underway as they are jockeying for position right now. Mike Wynn looking for that underhook, pummeling his way inside. Castellanos answers back with a pummel of his own. Turn attempt there from Wynn, unsuccessful. As they look to break away in the action, it's looking like we're taking it back to the center of the cage. Push kick there from Iron Mike, followed up by a low kick. Oh, nice striking there as he went low then high with the hands. But the longer fighter in Castellanos with the body lock and that length has a huge advantage as he's able to turn and have control of the body of Iron Mike. Only 2-inch height advantage here for Castellanos. But you just visibly see the length advantage. Here's what the wingspan is for Romel Castellanos. And right there, he transitions underneath the hips, looking to... Now, as a former judge, what the judges look for is damage and duration. So takedowns, they look for what you do with it. They don't score the takedowns as you would in a jiu-jitsu or wrestling competition. They just look at it as a change of position. So you can score the takedown. If nothing else happens, no significant strikes or damage done, it will give you the advantage in the long, at the very end, once all the other criteria is canceled out. And it's looking like this takedown will be about the only thing scored thus far this opening round between Castellanos and Wynn. Omoplata attempt from Wynn. It's nullified there. Or, at the very least, win the next 2 straight. Both of these guys still look fresh and ready to go. Not even breathing hard. And round 2 underway. Bit of a pep in the step of Iron Mike Wynn as he looks to go for the strikes. Castellanos closes the gap. In on the takedown. Can he finish it? He was able to show with that reach advantage. He was able to wrap around the legs of Wynn, score big with the takedown. Right now he's kind of high with the body lock. Nothing connected. And Wynn's doing a good job with that underhook to nullify the takedown attempt. And Wynn able to reverse the position with that double underhooks. And he looks for a body lock takedown of his own. Can he score with it? And he does. Nice work there from Iron Mike as he looks to remain on top. Side mount position. Looking to step over, possibly to the mount, but may settle. Oh, there it is. There you got it. Nice job. I like how Mike Wynn is taking his time here. Not rushing and losing position. There he's looking to settle his weight because he didn't have everything that he wanted at that moment. But it was just enough for Castellanos to scramble out, but he's in an even worse position as Anaconda attempt there from Iron Mike. Wow. Castellanos now with the 3/4 Nelson position, landing some big knees to the body. Knees aren't allowed to the head, especially in a downed opponent. But I like to see that. I like to see more amateur fighters take advantage of knees to the body, not only in general, but from the ground position. Mike Wynn with the reversal almost ended up in a guillotine position. And right there, Castellanos, good discipline. He could have went for a crucifix neck crank, but neck cranks are also not allowed in the amateur fights. Kimura attempt there from Iron Mike. Scrambles out to where he's on his back to where now he's trying to transition into an armbar. Kind of a funky position here. Kind of an in-between armbar attempt and triangle. There he's got it. Can he finish it now? Oh, that was a knee to the face. That is illegal. Referee Joe Solis stops the action as an illegal technique was scored from Castellanos. This was Japan. That would be legal, but here in America, you cannot knee a downed opponent to the face due to the illegal strike. I don't know if Joe Solis is gonna take a point away. Looking like he's giving him a firm warning right there and giving Mike Wynn up to 5 minutes to recover from the illegal strike. This has been a good round thus far for Mike Wynn. Only 22 seconds left. Now, I'm not sure if Romel Castellanos maybe lost control there for a second and threw the knee, just not knowing better, they're going to take that point away. Or if it was in the midst of him transitioning, if it was an accidental knee. Wish we had a replay to check that out, but you can check that out on tomorrow's on-demand replay. I think Castellanos is trying to argue that in the midst of him transitioning, his knee hit in the head. Argument could be made on both sides. You are responsible, having control. Accident or not, you got to take responsibility for it, and he's suffering the point deficit now for that foul as the fight continues. Mike Nguyen finishes strong. Heartbreaker for Castellanos. So right now, if you scored round 1 for Castellanos and round 2 for Nguyen, Nguyen is ahead by 1 point because of the 1 point deduction for that foul. If Castellanos wins this round, it will be a draw. So you have to wonder, is Chico Artinas Young advising his fighter that you have to get this finish here if you want to win? Veteran fighter, fought in Houston many years, Artinas Young from 4 Rounds Fight Club, one of the head trainers there. I want to say that's Colin Wright from Paradigm, giving instructions to Iron Mike. It's Iron Mike's for the taking. The momentum has swung in his favor. Three minutes to go. Castellanos does not want it to go to a decision. Already starting early, bicycle knee into a straight right hand, into a takedown attempt. His only bet is a stoppage or a 10-8 round, which is very infrequent and uncommon in the amateur level. Castellanos now. Good decision in breaking away. Eating up a lot of time with that takedown attempt. Now the fighters are swinging away, thrown down in the center of the cage. Iron Mike shakes that one off. Scores a leg kick of his own. Oh! Loud body kick there from Castellanos. Interesting body shot into a high single takedown attempt from Iron Mike. Don't see much of that. Oh, nice face push there from Castellanos into the reversal. Nicely done. This is a bully technique. Once again, going to his bread and butter, Castellanos with the body lock attempts, but Nguyen doing a good job in pummeling his way to nullify that attempt. Double underhooks now from Castellanos. He's got the position advantage right now. What can he do with it? Time is not on his side. And right now, this round, really nothing significant has happened. It is a razor-thin round as far as scoring. Castellanos trying not to let Nguyen out of away from the cage. Once again, in on the double leg. Needs to score it. Don't have much time left to work with it. He's going for it. Castellanos worked hard for that double leg. They are right here in our face. 32 seconds left for Castellanos. He needs a ground and pound stoppage if he wants to win this fight. He's ahead on the scorecards of this round. If it goes to the scorecards, it likely will be a draw. 10-second clapper. Does he have enough juice in the tank to get the stoppage? Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these two fighters. We go to the judges' scorecards. I'd like to poll the audience real quick to see who you think won the fight. Let's start with the blue corner. How many of you folks out there think Iron Mike Wynn won the fight? All right, we hear you. That's enough. How many of you out there thought Romel Castellanos won the fight? Judge Robin Williams scores the fight 29-27, win. Judge Ricardo De Leon scores the fight 28-28. And Judge Danielle Guevara scores the fight 28-28. We got a majority draw. Isn't that fun? Isn't that nice?
And Iron Mike Wynn, Romel Castellanos fight to a 3-round draw.
And that cost the fight, but I do feel like Joe Solis did a great job right on top of the action. If you couldn't see it, Mike Wynn had a arm bar and was kneed in the head on the ground, so I believe that was the fair result. Kissing your sister. Lots of fun.
And that moves us along to our next fight of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. As we got Anthony Chapa taking on Roy Moctezuma in a middleweight matchup. Two of our bigger fighters of the night as far as size-wise. Heaviest weight we're going here tonight is middleweight, the 185-pound division. Thank you all that are joining us here live on ClearLiveMedia.com. Chris Lopez's Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. Been a great night of action thus far. And we still got our main event barn burner between Enrique Rodriguez and Joy Dorkitson.
All right, folks, we've been running along. This is our 7th bout of the evening. Please help me welcome to the cage representing Liberty Jiu-Jitsu, Nyan Beck.
And here we have Nyan Tryon Beck, 6'2", 18 years of age, 185 pounds. Has been training for the last 4 years out of Liberty Jiu-Jitsu in Liberty, Texas. Predicts a first-round TKO for the young man from Liberty, Texas, 18 years of age. Our youngest fighter here tonight. It's always quite the experience when you're the youngest fighter on the card, fighting grown men. You have a lot of room for growth and a long road ahead of you. I can tell you that firsthand. Nyan Beck, ready for action.
And now his opponent makes his way to the cage, representing ACS Mixed Martial Arts, Chris Arnold.
And here we have Chris Arnold, 5'8", 185 pounds, representing ACS Mixed Martial Arts, has been training for the last 2 years. His head coach, Drew Radicek, was talking to me during the intermission, told me this guy has some heavy hands. He crushed the nose of one of their more experienced fighters, Philippe, on their team, caused him to pull out from his fight. And appropriately, Chris Arnold predicting a knockout victory here. With only 2 years of experience, it's gonna be interesting to see. Maybe he's one of the naturals, one of the young phenoms out of the sport. We've seen it happen many a times here in Houston. Houston, a hotbed for mixed martial arts in the nation. We produce some of the best fighters that you'll see out there. And here we have Chris Arnold, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our seventh fight of the night is being brought to us by Valerie Delgado Insurance Agency and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC middleweight division. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, his official weight 187 pounds. His record is perfect, 1 win, no losses. Fighting out of Liberty, Texas, Nyan Bad. And now on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, his official weight 184 pounds. He's making his mixed martial arts debut this evening, fighting out of Houston, Texas, Chris Arnold. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patland.
Nyan Beck. Chris Arnold. And this fight is officially underway. Oh, wow, already. Nyan with that flying knee to open up this fight. Chris Arnold now, the shorter of the two fighters, looking to make his way to the inside. Countering back with a hook cross. Leg kick there from Nyan. Another big 1-2 from Arnold. Answered back from Nyan with the hands and feet. Arnold going to the body now. Superman punch there from from Nyan Beck. 3 minutes rounds ahead of us here in this middleweight matchup. Already, just you can visually see just the length advantage there for Beck, just the longer of the two fighters. Heck of an advantage there for him. But Chris Arnold there showing them heavy hands, answering back. Man, Arnold just looks like a rough and tough fighter, just a scrapper. Already with a bloody nose, and he's just swinging away. Reminds me of a young Clay Guida. The young 18-year-old Nyan Beck still in this fight. Takedown attempt there from Arnold. The wall held up Beck. As Arnold now trying to transition into a single leg, looking to scoop up that leg from the far side for a big slam. We got a bloody Chris Arnold. Getting the blood all over the white shorts of Beck. Good transition there from Beck. Good reversal to work his way out. Man, they are thrown down here by the fence. Right there, 30 seconds left. And they are putting it all out there, putting it on the line. As Beck now picking up the pace, scoring big there with the punches. And Arnold trying to transition to a takedown. This is what fighting is all about, ladies and gentlemen. Elevate Fighting Championship. Wow, what a first round between these two scrappers. My goodness, that was an entertaining opening round between Chris Arnold and Nyan Tryon Beck. How do you like it, Texas? If you loved that round, spread the word to your friends and family that they're missing out. Get on to clearlifemedia.com right now and check out Chris Lopez's Elevate Fighting Championship. As I told you, nothing less but the best from Elevate Fighting Championship. And these two young fighters are showing their heart, showing their mettle here in the middle of the cage. And they are putting on a show here. Arnold, man, that dude's a fighter. I don't know, rearranging fighters to their appropriate corners. Round 2 underway. Get that clock going. Oh, slipping that punch. Man. Nice short hook there from Arnold. Let's see if Beck settles into the pace, keeps control of the distance with that reach advantage that he has. This is invaluable experience for the young 18-year-old from Liberty Jiu-Jitsu. And Nyan Tryon Beck with the TKO victory over Chris Arnold. Wow, what a performance for the 18-year-old out of Liberty Jiu-Jitsu. Remember where you heard that name first, right here at Chris Lopez's Elevate Fighting Championship. Wow, what a performance. I am confident that we will be seeing a lot more and hearing a lot more from this young man. 18 years old, great athletic ability, decent to good technique, and he's in the 185-pound division. And he's only gonna get better, ladies and gentlemen. And he is fired up after that victory. Man, Nyan Beck making a fan out of me. Can't wait to see what's up store next for this young man. A lot of credit to his opponent, Chris Arnold. Had a bloody nose, swollen eye, but he was a warrior. He stayed in there as long as he could. And let's make this official. Let's hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 32 seconds into round number 2. Your winner by TKO, Nyan Tryon Beck.
And to the victor goes the spoils as Nyan Tryon Beck celebrating his victory here tonight. And that moves us along to our next fight of the evening. We have Michael Garza taking on Cameron Gutierrez next.
I don't know if y'all saw it, but between rounds, Nyan never took his eyes off his opponent. He didn't even know they were trying to tell him to put his mouthpiece back in. That guy's got a cold soul. The last event, he knocked a guy into Galveston. He had to drive back to pick up his stuff. It's crazy. We got fight number 8, folks. Let's bring him out. Representing Paradigm in MMA, Cameron Gutierrez.
And here we have the comedian, Cameron Gutierrez. 5'9", 29 years of age, fighting out of Paradigm Training Center. Has been training for the last 7 years. Does stand-up comedy when he's not fighting. Says he does some great impressions and predicts a knockout victory here tonight. We'll let them see him do a great impression of promoter Chris Lopez. See if he can pull that off. As we see the final touches, final preparations for Cameron Gutierrez as he prepares for battle.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent makes his way to the cage, representing Texas Third Coast, Mike Garza.
And here we have mighty Mike Garza, 5'8", 24 years of age, training for the last 2 years at Texas Third Coast MMA. Here we see head coach Jason Solis, fresh off the victory from earlier. See if he can make it 2 for 2 here tonight as we see the final preparations for Michael Garza.
Gentlemen, our 8th fight of the night is being brought to us by Ashley King Properties. It is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the lightweight division. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 154 pounds. His record stands 0 wins against the lone defeats. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Cameron Gutierrez. Across the cage on the right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, official weight 153 pounds. His record the same, no wins, below defeats. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Mike Garza. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Pepper.
Cameron Gutierrez, Mike Garza. And this fight is officially underway. Excuse me, and apologize if I was calling Mike Garza Mike Garcia earlier. We are underway in this lightweight matchup. Double jab there from Gutierrez. I don't know if there was a low blow there, but Gutierrez turning up the heat. Can he get a quick stoppage? Oh, wow. Garza answering back. These two are warriors here at Elevate Fighting Championship. They are swinging away. Oh, my goodness. Garza drops Gutierrez to his knee, and he comes right back up into the body clinch. That was incredible. It's a hell of a way to start off this lightweight matchup. Not even a full minute into it, as Garza now with the body lock. Can he score with it? Man, they came out in just a whirlwind of punches. A la Sanchez Guida back in the day. A la Hearns and Hagler. The fight that was labeled war back in '85. Pace has slowed now, or settled into the at least. As Gutierrez now swinging away, puts Garza on his back, and Cameron Gutierrez with a TKO victory over Mighty Mike Garza. Wow, what a performance there. He wasted no time, and he is fired up. And rightfully so. Both fighters embrace. Let's make it official and hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 35 seconds in round number 1, your referee Patrick Patlin jumps in to stop the fight. Your winner by TKO, Cameron Gutierrez.
And congratulations to Cameron Gutierrez. TKO victory in spectacular fashion. Said it all night long, but nothing less but the best from Elevate Fighting Championship. One of many stoppages here tonight. I've lost count. As that moves us on to our next fight of the evening, as we have Thomas Laredo taking on Kenir De Leon. In a catchweight 150-pound matchup. All fights will be on demand as soon as tomorrow. Those of you that purchased our pay-per-view here, clearlifemedia.com. Great night of action thus far here in Texas City, Texas. We are just getting started, ladies and gentlemen, as Elevate Fighting Championship 4 has delivered. Seen some spectacular knockouts here tonight. I think we have yet to see a submission. All the fighters have been focused on swinging away and scoring some big knockouts here tonight. I am Todd Moore calling the action here solo for you here tonight. And we still are yet to go to our main event. Our next matchup, a catch weight fight of 150 pounds, as we have Kenner De Leon taking on Thomas Laredo, so don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. Let's take it back to Colin Cantrell.
Next group of fighters. Please help me welcome to the cage representing Prestige Boxing, Kenner De Leon.
And here we have, they call him El Quinay, Kenner De Leon, 5'6", 20 years of age, representing Prestige Boxing, still in his first year of training. Plays the drums in his free time and is really the first fighter in history I've ever heard say in their prediction that they are planning to go to a decision win here tonight. Very humble first-year fighter here at a Prestige Boxing Club. El Quinay. Kenner De Leon, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent makes his way to the cage representing Elite MMA, Tomas Laredo.
Hollywood Thomas Laredo, 5'7", 150 pounds, representing Elite MMA, has been training for the last 3 years, trains every day, predicts a submission victory here tonight over young Kenner De Leon. There we see him with the final touches as he prepares for battle. £150 catch weight. It's a perfect weight for a mixture of speed and power. So you expect to see a very athletic matchup between these two. A little bit of everything. As we see Thomas Laredo, and he is ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our ninth fight of the evening is being brought to us by Punch Gun Pain Relief Recovery. This fight's scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the featherweight division. Introducing first, on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, his official weight 149 pounds. His record stands 0 wins against a lone defeat. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Kenner De Leon. And across the cage on the right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighed in 149 3/4 pounds. His record unblemished, 1 win, no losses. Fighting out of Santa Clara, Cuba, by way of Houston, Texas, Thomas Hollywood Laredo. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patton.
Man, I was looking at Thomas Laredo there. That dude is one athletic-looking dude, I'll tell you that much. There we see Kenner De Leon. He's looking primed, he's looking ready. Thomas Laredo. And this fight is officially underway. 150-pound catch weight. These two open up with some leg kicks. De Leon now, light on his feet with that rhythm. See what he can make of it. Thomas Laredo Patiently awaits, shaking that off, saying nothing to it. Answers back with a leg kick of his own. Comes back up with a hook. Front kick there from De Leon. Three-minute rounds in this 150-pound catchweight matchup. De Leon training out of Prestige Boxing Club. Listed as training for only 1 year, but looking like a seasoned pro there thus far. Feeling out process between these two fighters. Both fighters with only one fight underneath their belt. De Leon probably has only been training mixed martial arts for the last year. Swing and a miss with that spinning back kick. Oh, round kick, looks like it glanced to Laredo, if he got anything at all. De Leon looking nice and relaxed out there. Laredo with an intense look on his face though, all business. Wow, Laredo backing De Leon up with a jab, reminiscent of Tank Abbott and Don Fry back in the day, where Tank was able to put Fry on his seat all the way on the cage with a simple jab. Laredo talking trash out there, saying you got nothing. Everything that De Leon lands on him, he shakes off, lets him know that he's unfazed. Oh my goodness, high kick there from Laredo, lands flush on the jaw. Can De Leon hang on? Short time left. Can De Leon survive? De Leon responding, looking like he's gonna make it past this first round. And Thomas Laredo, Kenner De Leon earned a second round on this one. Wow, fireworks to end the round in this 150-pound catch weight matchup. Here we see a little cut on the underneath the left eye of De Leon. Very curious to see what instructions and adjustments his coaches are instructing him to do. Very light in his feet the majority of the round. Thomas Laredo there, stalking his prey, looked for his opening and landed a huge high kick across the jawline of Laredo and got his attention. There we see Thomas Laredo right there, receiving instruction from his coaches. And he is ready to go. He is ready to rock and roll. Referee Patrick Powell have to tell both fighters to back it up. I like that. It's like a caged animal ready to pounce, both of them. Here we go, round 2 underway. Start that clock. Thomas Laredo still looking fresh going into this second round. And to his credit, De Leon, even though stuff, showing a little bit of wobbliness right after that high kick, as anybody would, looks to be getting his feet underneath him. Looks to have him solid underneath him going into this second round. And Todd Moore calling the action solo for you here tonight, here at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4, and it's been a great night of fights. We still have our main event to get to. Lead uppercut there from De Leon, slightly missed. Laredo still talking that trash. So inexperienced fighter, that can get to their head. And your opponent is talking to you in the match, showing you that they're unfazed. That could break the spirits of an inexperienced or unconfident fighter. But De Leon looks unfazed. He continues moving forward, still unleashing his offense. And Laredo picking his spots, and when he throws something, you hear about it. Big straight right there from Laredo. As we are approaching 1 minute left in this middle round. De Leon looking to bounce back in, score something big himself. But Laredo looking full in control of this fight. The older of the two fighters, looking to big brother, young De Leon at 20 years old. Oh my goodness, De Leon swinging away and misses. Laredo makes him pay for it. De Leon switching to southpaw stance. Let's see if he has some success here. He is throwing all the offense he can at Laredo. At this point, that wasn't a good sign for him to switch stances like that. Typically, when fighters switch stances, they're trying to throw off the gauge of their opponents, throw them off a bit, but I think De Leon is just looking for anything to score on Laredo, as Laredo keeps shaking everything that De Leon has to offer and just continues moving forward.
After the next fight, let's go. MMA Fight Championship Series, boy, you having a good time? Yeah, let's go.
Third and final round. And they're trying to hype up the crowd as we have De Leon and Laredo. Leave it in the cage, gentlemen. Here we go. Third and final round in this 150-pound catchweight matchup as Laredo starts off strong, backs De Leon into the cage. This is how you finish a third round. Or excuse me, this is how you start off a third and final round. Just leave it all in the cage. These two are fighting like there is no tomorrow. Right when I say that, the pace slows. High kick attempt from De Leon. Off its mark. Laredo, that intense look on his face, stalking his prey. I don't know who Laredo was talking to there, but he was saying no. I think he was maybe addressing De Leon's corner. Or his own. Nonetheless, 2 minutes left. Laredo now backing De Leon into the cage and see if he can score the takedown. Ankle pick there, that was nice. Laredo now enjoying top position as he's trying to create some space to land some big, heavy shots onto the face of De Leon. Half guard position. That's tying De Leon up and making it difficult for him to get up. As Laredo now, slam attempt there from Laredo. Successful in dragging De Leon back down to the floor. And he's got a lot of time left on the clock to put a beating down onto De Leon. Knee slide into mount transition. He's hammering away. Referee Patrick Padlock stops this fight. And Thomas Laredo improves to 2-0. Third round TKO ground and pound stoppage for that man. Thomas Laredo is a bad dude. I would not want to mess with that guy. Thomas Laredo giving props to his opponent. Get there, De Leon. 20-year-old Kenner De Leon, a lot of heart. Great matchup from these two here at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. I'm sure we're gonna be seeing a lot more of these two fighters in future Elevate Fighting Championships. As De Leon gets checked out from Dr. Guerrero, longtime fight doctor here in Houston, Dr. Guerrero. He was doctor back in the day when I was fighting, well over 20 years.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 2 minutes, 13 seconds into round number 3. Your winner by TKO, Thomas Hollywood Laredo.
And congratulations to Thomas Laredo as he improves to 2-0. I don't know who that was towards, but spread the word, ladies and gentlemen. We still have our main event and co-main event coming up. ClearLifeMedia.com. Tell them to tune in to Elevate Fighting Championship 4 if they want to see the best mixed martial arts talents in the nation. Young up-and-coming talents, proving their mettle and showcasing their skills on the platform promoter Chris Lopez has created for them here at Elevate Fighting Championship. As that brings us along to our next fight of the evening, as we have Roy Moctezuma taking on Anthony Chapa in a middleweight showdown. Here we have Anthony Karate Chapa, 5'11", 20 years of age, representing Bushiban, has been training for the last 2 years out of Seabrook, Texas, and plans on showcasing his skill here tonight and making a good fight as we see the final preparations for Anthony Karate Chapa. Anthony Chapa ready for action here.
And now his opponent makes his way to the cage, representing Millennium Martial Arts, Roy Moctezuma.
Roy Moctezuma, 6 foot tall, 22 years of age, 185 pounds. Training out of Millennium Martial Arts for the last 2 years. Expects to win with a head kick knockout here tonight over the double tough Anthony Karate Chapa. Is a daredevil, likes to ride motorcycles when he's not fighting. There we see him. Roy Moctezuma, ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 10th fight of the night is being brought to us by the official law firm of Elevate FC, the Nuna Law Firm. This fight's scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC middleweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 and 1/2 inch tall, weighed in at 185 pounds. He's making his debut this evening, fighting out of Seabrook, Texas, Anthony Karate Chapa. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall, weighed in at 185 pounds. Also making his debut this evening and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Roy Moctezuma. Referee in charge of the action, Joe Solis.
Roy Moctezuma. Anthony Karate Chapa. And this fight is officially underway. Chapa opens up with a jab, and Moctezuma swinging away. Moctezuma wasting no time to display his power. And these middleweights already starting off fast and furious. Our most intense kickboxing fight thus far tonight. They were placed high on the card for a reason. And Moctezuma going for it, looking to shoe shine Chapa. Can he get the finish here? And Joe Solis is giving a standing 8 counts. Wow, to Antonio Chapa. Can Chapa neutralize the onslaught from Roy Moctezuma? Moctezuma is an animal, man. He is just steadily moving forward. Non-stop punches. I'd love to get a punch number on this one. He's just basically just 1-2, 1-2 for this whole fight. Like a cardio kickboxing workout, just non-stop punches from Moctezuma. And he is imposing his will on Karate Chapa as Karate Chapa trying for that spinning back kick, unsuccessful with it. And the clear power advantage from Moctezuma as he just continues pressing forward on Chapa. High kick there from Moctezuma. Chapa trying to stay composed. All heart here for Karate Chapa. Moctezuma swinging away once again, knee to the body. Mixing up those punches with the feet. Going high, going low. Very impressive debut fighters here. Quite the gas tank on Moctezuma. Inexperienced fighter would be punch themselves out with as many punches as he's thrown. And he is looking for that finish as referee Joe Solis is looking very close on the action right here. Can Ciampa earn the right to survive? We shall see, as we see the 10-second clap already. Ciampa with a swinging hook, misses, to be answered by an onslaught from Moctezuma to close the round out. To his credit, Ciampa still looking fresh. Well, I don't want to say fresh, but still looking in the fight. But still holding stronger than you'd expect from somebody that took as many punches as he did in that first round. That just goes to display the heart that this man has. And Moctezuma imposing himself in that round, earning the extra point with the standing 8 count. Wasn't sure if referee Joe Solis had saw enough and was stopping the fight, but at this amateur level, gave him a moment to get his bearings back, and for his safety, gave him the standing 8 count, which counts as good as a knockdown. Moctezuma clearly ahead after that first round. But right now, Ciampa, still staying composed, is not expressing the body language that a defeated fighter would, much to his credit. Anything can happen at Elevate Fighting Championship. Moctezuma, once again, another set of punches that has Ciampa cornered and pinned against the cage. Moctezuma does a good job of not crowding himself when he's moving forward. He gives himself the space he needs to launch those punches. Teep there from Moctezuma. Has Ciampa once again pinned against the cage. He unleashes those hands. Ciampa looking for some space. Ciampa now starting to score himself now. His best moment of the fight. Leg kick there from Ciampa. Ciampa trying to take over the center of the cage. He's having some good success there for a moment. And backs Moctezuma up. Has Moctezuma punched himself out? You were to ask him, he'd say no way. Oh, low blow there. You can hear that. And Moctezuma, man, that dude's a warrior. He's just shaking it off and saying, hey, let's just keep it running. In spite of him having a full 5 minutes to take advantage of, he opts just to continue fighting on. And our lovely DJ has decided to continue having the music play as the fight has restarted. Now he decides to turn it off, which is better. Oh, once again, man, Moctezuma looked like he was landing some bombs, but good head movement there from Ciampa. This is what he should have been doing earlier on in the fight. Did a good job in getting himself out of the fence on that occasion. Sometimes you need a little bit of time to kind of find your groove into the match. Some are faster starters than others. Ciampa having better success in this round, but once again, it's still a Moctezuma round as Moctezuma imposes his power onto the double tough Karate Ciampa. Just under 10 seconds left in this middle round. Round 2 in the books. Much better round for Anthony Chapa. But still, I'd have to give a clear nod to Moctezuma for round number 2. Chapa needs to fight for his life and fight the best round that he's ever fought in round number 3 to get the win here over Moctezuma. Moctezuma has the luxury of either coasting to victory or hunting for the knockout. Let's see what he chooses to do. They say never leave it in the hands of the judges. I think these are 2 pretty easy rounds to score in this 185-pound kickboxing fight, as Moctezuma also had that extra point for the standing 8 count in the opening round. Moctezuma entering into this 3rd and final round clearly ahead, and this is what Chapa needs. Needs to finish this fight not only strong, but needs to end with a bang. Moctezuma looks to have slowed the pace down a little bit. Chapa trying to take advantage. And that's exactly the break that he needs, but Moctezuma now turning it back on. 30 seconds into this round. Both fighters exchanging punches. Trying to jump off the cage and land something spectacular. And Moctezuma will not be denied. High kick attempt there from Karate Chapa. Just under 2 minutes left in this 3rd and final round. Body kicks now from Chapa. And Moctezuma once again with the shoe shine. And Roy Moctezuma
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget that tonight's fights will be available tomorrow via pay-per-view on Clear Media. ClearLifeMedia.com. ClearLifeMedia.com. All right, folks. Moving on to our 11th fight of the evening. Please help me welcome to the cage, representing Gracie Baja West Chase, Freddie Kelly.
Here we have the Leprechaun, Brett Kelly. 25 years of age, 125 pounds, representing Gracie Baja. Has been training for the last 5 years. Is a risk taker, says he likes to jump off heights, step into the cage for fun. From Livingston, Louisiana. Interesting name with the Leprechaun. As he prepares for battle against Francisco Rojas. Brett, the Leprechaun Kelly, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent makes his way to the cage, representing Texas Third Coast, Francisco Rosas. Ladies and gentlemen, our 11th fight of the evening is being brought to us by the greatest law firm on the planet, the Nuna Law Firm. This fight is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC Flyweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 foot 6 inches tall, official weight 125 pounds. Making his debut this evening and fighting out of Houston, Texas, Brett Kelly. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighed in at 122 pounds. His record stands even, 1 win, 1 loss. Fighting out of El Campo, Texas, Frank the Tank Rosas. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Patman.
Francisco Rosas Jr. The Leprechaun, Brett Kelly. And this fight is officially underway. Southpaw versus conventional matchup. Rosas in the southpaw stance. Kelly moving forward, in with the body lock. Let's see what he can do with it. Kelly with the Gracie Baja shorts there, the black shorts. Opting to shoot for the grappling to start this matchup off. Rosas looking to pummel inside, see what space he can create. Trip attempt now from Kelly into ankle pick. Can he score with it? Finally puts Rosas down on his seat and to his back. Transitioning to mount. And Rosas gives up his back. Rear naked choke from Kelly. Can this be an early stoppage? And the Leprechaun, Brett Kelly, with the rear naked choke victory here tonight. Wow, that was like clockwork for a jiu-jitsu specialist. Step one, get the takedown. Step two, secure the submission. Rickson Gracie would be proud. The Leprechaun, Brett Kelly. Sure will be seeing a lot more of this young man in future Elevate Fighting Championships. There we see him celebrating with his corner. Let's make it official as we hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 1 minute, 6 seconds in round number one. Your winner by rear naked choke, Brett Kelly. Some fun fights yet still to come. But now, the ladies take center stage. Do we have any Guerra House of Warriors fans in the crowd tonight? What about ACS MMA? All right, I hear one real super fan. My God. Why don't you put your head down? All right, here we go, folks. Bringing out to the cage first, representing the Guerra House of Warriors and Mexican top team, Ty Garcia.
And here we have Ty Garcia, 5'5", 19 years of age, 125 pounds, representing Guerra's House of Warriors in Alvin, Texas, has been training for the last 6 years does nothing but eat, sleep, and train. She is looking for a successful night here against the double tough Jonah Baldwin. As we see Saide Garcia with the final preparations for her battle here tonight. Saide Garcia, ready for action.
All right, now we bring her opponent to the cage, representing ACS MMA, John Aaron
ACS's own Jonah Baldwin, 5'2", 19 years of age, 125 pounds. There you see her head coach, Drew Radicek, with the final touches as she prepares for battle against Saide Garcia, representing Lamarck, Texas. She says sorry too much, but hopefully not tonight. As she's looking to pressure for the finish here. Both fighters, 19 years of age. Looking to make a statement here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship 4. Let's see if they can steal the show. As we get a great shot of Saide Garcia there as she awaits the entrance of her opponent right there, Jonah Baldwin. And she is ready for action.
Ladies and gentlemen, our 12th fight of the night is being brought to us by the Nuna Law Firm and is scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in a catchweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 120 pounds. Her record stands 1 win against 1 defeat. Fighting out of Alvin, Texas, Saide Garcia. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. She stands 5 feet 2 inches tall. She weighed in at 121 pounds. She's making her MMA debut this evening, fighting out of Lamarck, Texas, Johnny Baldwin. The referee in charge of the action, Joe Solis.
Jonah Baldwin, Saide Garcia, and this fight is officially underway. Oh wow, these two ladies opening up the fight, swinging away. They are wasting no time here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship. Who can withstand the most punishment? Man, these two ladies going to war right from the get-go. Baldwin now in on the legs, seeing if she can secure the takedown, but Garcia deep in on an underhook there, preventing the takedown thus far. Let's see if Garcia can rip that underhook over, restart the fight back to the feet. Or at least separate it from what I mean. Garcia now with the body lock to prevent the takedown from Baldwin. This kind of puts them in a stalemate position here. Saide Garcia, 2 fights underneath their belts. The debuting fighter, Baldwin, scores big with the takedown there. Let's see what she can do from this position. Baldwin now looking for the ground and pound. Taide now looking for the angle for the armbar. Can she secure it? Oh, wow. Does she have the angle? Can she finish it? It's looking fully extended. Will Baldwin survive? Plenty of time. Man, Garcia was right on the cusp there, but Baldwin, just enough space to survive this position. I don't think Garcia has the angle anymore. Baldwin punching her way out. Garcia now, possible triangle submission to follow that submission attempt up with. The fence could be in her way though. Maybe transition to an omoplata, we shall see. Baldwin now in a reverse mount position, transitions there into a crucifix. That neck crank is not legal, so she lets go and opts for the ground and pound against the double tough Garcia. Short time left in this matchup. Taide looking for the takedown, but Baldwin able to nullify that attempt. Explosive first round for these two ladies. Well done. All right, let's see what round two has to offer as Jonna Baldwin and Taide Garcia continue this war. Exchanging leg kicks. Baldwin with the punches. Garcia answering back with a 1-2 of her own. They had one heck of a exchange to open up this fight. Oh, big right cross there from Baldwin. That backs Garcia up. Garcia answered back with her own, but Baldwin comes right back. Body shot now there from Baldwin. Jabbing high, crossing low. Garcia scores big with her own cross. Leg kick there from Garcia. And Baldwin with a leg kick of her own. Ah. Wow. If you know, you know. Just under 2 minutes left. As we see right here, these ladies taking it to the center of the cage. Leaping hook there from Baldwin. All of this round, it's been opted to be on the feet. Who's gonna get the better of this exchange? Sneaky check hook there from Baldwin. That got the attention of Garcia. There we are, they're picking up the pace. Leg kick now there from Baldwin. Ten-second clapper. Let's see if they're going to swing away to finish this second round strong. And who could leave a lasting impression in the eyes of the judges. Round 2 in their books. We are live from Texas City, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. Booker T World Gym Arena. We got a good shot of the crowd as they cheer on their fighters as we have Jonah Baldwin taking in Taide Garcia. They are up on their feet for this third and final round. Joe Solis giving final instructions. As let's get that timer started as we got the third round underway. They are opening up strong in this last round. That's the way you do it. Kick there answered from Baldwin, as Baldwin's been swinging away them looping hooks. Both these ladies are 19 years of age. Looking to leave their mark here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship 4. Who's gonna kick there? Jonna Baldwin looking for her first victory here tonight. Taide Garcia looking for her second victory. And Baldwin with this nice little combo there. Yeah, what's crazy is Garcia doesn't look like she has a mark on her face at all. Baldwin consistently moving forward. Garcia has been looking for her opening for her counters. Oh my goodness, spinning back fist there from Garcia. Nicely done. And she wish she could follow up with. Leg kick there from Baldwin as she continues trying to chop away at the legs. Garcia briefly switches to southpaw, comes right back to conventional stance. Stiff jab there from Garcia. Oh, hook and cross from Baldwin right down the middle. Let's see how these ladies close the chapter and finish this story. And Taide Garcia and Jonna Baldwin go the distance here tonight at Elevate Fighting Championship number 4. It's gonna be interesting to see who the judges give the nod to. There you see the appreciation from the crowd here tonight in Texas City. We want to thank everyone at home that's watching live on media.com. We still have our co-main event and main event coming up. Share the wealth. Let your friends and family know. These fights will be on demand tomorrow. Support your local fighter and spread the word about Chris Lopez and Elevate Fighting Championship. Scores are being tallied up as we await the final decision, the official decision here. Will Jonna Baldwin have a successful MMA debut, or will Taide Garcia improve to 2 victories under her belt? We shall find out. As we have ring announcer Colin Cantrell with the official decision in his hand. Let's make this official, and I'm gonna hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for these 2 ladies leaving it in the cage. We have a split decision. By a round of applause, how many of you felt like Taide Garcia took the fight? By a round of applause, how many of you think Jonna Baldwin took the fight? Sounds pretty even. Judge Danielle Guava scores the fight 29-28 for Taide. Judge Ricardo De Leon scores the fight 30-27 for Jonna Baldwin. And Judge Chance Williams scores the fight 30-27 for your winner by split decision, Jonna Baldwin.
And Jonna Baldwin with a successful mixed martial arts debut here tonight. And there she goes, thrilled with her victory here as she celebrates with her corner, ACS's own Jonna Baldwin. There she is as Joe Solis makes it official. She was so happy she forgot to get her hand raised. So the winner goes the spoils, and congratulations to Miss Baldwin. Sure, we'll be seeing many more fights of her in future Elevate Fighting Championships.
Jenna Pinko. Are you in the house, Jenna? Happy birthday, Jenna Pinko. Two more fights, and you won't want to miss either one of these.
See if we can get a shot of Colin Cantrell as we are about to get to our co-main event here tonight.
Let's bring the next fighter out to the cage, representing Metro Fight Club, Emmanuel Hardware.
And here we have Manny Hardware. 6 foot tall, 28 years of age, 155 pounds, representing Metro Fight Club. Has been training for only 1 year, has his own clothing line, and works with kids. looking for the finish here tonight as he takes on Victor Herrera. Here we see Adrian Yanez and Derek Adjade in the corner of Emmanuel Hardware. Goes by the name of HD Manny. There we see the final touches for Manny as he prepares for battle against the double tough Victor Herrera. There we have him, Emmanuel Hardware, ready for action.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent makes his way to the cage, representing the House of Dragons, Victor Herrera.
And here we have the volatile one, Victor Herrera. 5'11", 29 years of age, 155 pounds, representing the House of Dragons. Has been training for the last 6 years here out of Houston, Texas. He's predicting a first-round knockout. It's a man with a lot of confidence. Was self-taught in martial arts all the way up till 23 years of age to when he started his formal training. There you have him, the volatile one, Victor Herrera.
Ladies and gentlemen, our co-main event of the evening is being brought to us by the official law firm of Elevate FC, Danuna Law. This fight's scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes each in the Elevate FC lightweight division. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 6 feet tall, his official weight 152 pounds. His record stands even, 1 win, 1 defeat. Fighting out of London, England, by way of Houston, Texas, HD Manny Hardware. And across the cage on my right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighed in at 154 and 1/2 pounds. His record also stands at 1 win against a lone defeat. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Victor, the volatile one, Herrera. Referee in charge of the action, Patrick Catlin.
Manny Hardware, the volatile one, Victor Herrera, and this fight is officially underway. The volatile one opening up with some leg kicks. Manny looking for the 1-2 right down the middle to answer back. Double jab there from Manny. Push kick there from the volatile one. Hardware now in on the body lock. Can he finish this? What a cool name that is. Hardware. Manny now looking for the inside trip. Good balance there from Herrera. And Manny opts to go to the other side, scores big with that one as he enjoys half guard position, excuse me there. See if Manny can create the space he needs to land some big bombs from this top half guard position. A lot of ground and pound specialists prefer that half guard position over side control or mounts. It ties up the bottom man, makes it a lot more difficult for them to get up when they have that one leg stuck in there. Victor now looking to get his hips out, trying to work his way back up to his feet. And Manny's staying right there with him. Just under 2 minutes into this opening round between these two lightweights. It's Manny now looking to pass to the side control. Has his head stuck there. Victor Herrera now going for the guillotine choke. Not in a great position to finish it though, but there right as he's in close guard with the one-arm guillotine, can he finish it? I can see on this side, he's looking to secure that grip. Arm in guillotine now from Victor Herrera. Can he finish it? He's got plenty of time. Hardware though, letting Herrera burn his arms out as he's able to escape. Just under 10 seconds left in this opening round as Hardware looking to finish off with some bombs from the close guard, or high close guard, excuse me. Round one in the books. All right, let's see what adjustments both fighters have made for this second round. As there we see Manny Hardware, as he finished the round on top. Victor Herrera with a arm-in guillotine choke attempt. Depending on which way you want to score that. You want to give Herrera credit for the submission attempt, or Manny credit for that top position. How much damage did he land on top, though? That is the question. Round two underway. Leg kick there from Victor. Hardware there. Some clean boxing to open up this second round. Leg kick there from Hardware. Answered back from Victor. These two are exchanging leg kicks in the second round. And then Manny landed a solid counter cross and hook. Oh, spinning back kick there from Herrera. Landed on the arm of Hardware. So 1, 2, 3 there from Hardware. As Herrera's head movement was able to evade. Both fighters in search of their second victory here tonight. Spinning body kick there from Herrera narrowly missed from Hardware. Both fighters looking for their openings. Very technical matchup here between these two lightweights. Strategic and very technical. Big leg kick there from Hardware. Oh, body kick there from Hardware to answer back. Head kick attempt there from Manny Hardware. Herrera able to shake it off as we are approaching the 1 minute mark in this middle round. Spinning body kick attempt there from Herrera. And Hardware is answering back with some bombs. Looping hooks there from Hardware. Big 1-2 down the middle. Now they're picking up the pace in these closing seconds of the middle round. 10-second clapper. Hardware with a big cross. And round 2 in the books. Give a slight edge to Hardware for that second round. Third and final round between these two lightweights. Who will come out with a sense of urgency and finish strong in this battle between Victor Herrera and Manuel Hardware? Last round underway. They are picking up right where they left off. Some body shots there from Victor. As Hardware once again sticking with that clean boxing. Oh, Herrera went for that head kick, and Hardware was able to counter and end up in this front headlock position. Anaconda position. Let's see if he can finish it. I don't know if Hardware is gonna, he let go of the Anaconda position. Now has him in like a wrestling cradle. Let's see what Hardware plans to do with it. Guillotine choke. Can he finish it? That one's deep. Hardware is right there, and Manuel Hardware with the guillotine choke victory here tonight. Wow. Oh, wow. Victor hung in there as long as he could. Manuel Hardware there showed a lot of patience, a lot of poise. getting a little concerned there when he abandoned that anaconda choke. But with those long arms, he was able to secure one heck of a deep guillotine choke. He is fired up, rightfully so, as he earned his second victory here tonight. Let's make it official and hand it over to Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for these two fighters. They were swinging it out, but the end comes a 105 in round number 3 by guillotine choke, H.D. Manny Hardware.
Congratulations to Emmanuel Hardware as he improves to 2 victories here tonight. And then, ladies and gentlemen, there was one, our main event of the evening, as we got Enrique Rodriguez taking on Joe Durkaising in a 195-pound catchweight matchup. To top off the night, we got the big boys coming up at Joe Durkaising, 6'4", 195 pounds.
All right, we'll let the fighters clear out, and then we're going to bring out this main event of the evening. You don't want to miss this. This guy looks scary. I was looking at him in the back. I'm scared I'm going to mess up his last name. He's going to take offense to it. Maybe he'll come after me. Joe, you got my back. All right. Let's kick this last one off, folks. Please help me welcome the cage representing the Royal Society of Striking Academy, Enrique Rodriguez.
Enrique Rodriguez, 5'11", 28 years of age, goes by the nickname of God of Destruction. He's been training for the last 5 years and representing the Royal Society Striking Academy. There you see him, Enrique Rodriguez, ready for action.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the cage, representing Ambush Muay Thai and the Revolution Dojo, Joe Durkaising.
And here we have Joe Durkaising, 6'4", 33 years of age, representing Revolution Dojo and Ambush Muay Thai. 12 years of training underneath his belt. Likes to surf, eat, travel, and eat some more. Says he's had a beer at the highest pub in Africa and has surfed with a great white shark. This man has lived life, and he is looking for a knockout finish here tonight. There you see him, Joe Durkaising, ready for action.
event of the evening. Texas City, Texas, are you ready? Are you ready? It's time for the big one! Ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds of 3 minutes each. This fight's brought to us by the baddest ass law firm in Texas, the Luna Law. Introducing first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall. He weighed in at 200 pounds. His record undefeated, 1 win, no losses. Fighting out of Brownsville, Texas, Enrique, the God of Destruction, Rodriguez. And across the cage on the right, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall. His official weight, a lean, mean 193 pounds.
Under the chin of Rodriguez, at least that's where they're aimed. Rodriguez needs to be extremely cautious and careful against this mountain of a man. Oh my goodness. Front kick right there under the chin of Rodriguez. Rodriguez still able to move forward. Nice little move there from Rodriguez. Trying to circle away, get the space he needs. Big leg kick there from Durkheising. And man, Durkheising now stunned Rodriguez there briefly. A little bit of a mouse under the left eye of Rodriguez. Rodriguez there grabbed the cage. Referee Joe Solis was within sight, but just decided to let it go. Big knee there. Must have missed. Man, if you could get a shot of that mouse under the eye of Rodriguez, that will start to swell as this fight wears on. But I'll tell you this much, Rodriguez has a lot of heart. Oh, big slip there from Durkheising. This is what Rodriguez needs. Rodriguez swings for the fences. Bad intentions in everything he throws. Armbar attempt from Durkheising. Just a little bit over a minute left. Rodriguez opts to let him back up to his feet. Because Rodriguez swings with bad intentions. Everything he's got is thrown into those punches. And Durkheising goes low, scores big with the takedown. Let's see what he can do with it. 24 seconds left. Takes the back. Can he score the submission victory? He's going for it. Those long arms of his. Short time left, just under 10 seconds. And Joe Durkheising with the rear naked choke victory in our main event. Wow. Congratulations to Joe Durkheising. Successful mixed martial arts debut for that man. And I'm confident we're gonna see more of this specimen of a man on future Elevate Fighting Championships. We're gonna make that official and get the final word from Colin Cantrell.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes 54 seconds in the round number 1. Your winner by rear naked choke.
Another successful night of fights here for Chris Lopez and Elevate Fighting Championships. We want to thank everyone that has stayed with us the whole night from ClearLifeMedia.com. I am Todd Moore, wishing you all a good night, good fight.